What's up? Just woke up not that long ago, maybe like an hour ago, and want to talk about some records. Got a bunch in recently because I sold off a good amount of records that I just didn't play anymore. And I would rather just sell records that I don't play and get ones that I will play. So I don't have shit just collecting dust. So, just a quick reminder, there's only one record that I have for sale still. It is Whitechapel, The Somatic Defilement, Black Vinyl, Gatefold, OG Press. If anybody's interested, shoot me an email at countblackearth@gmail. And let's talk about some music that came in. So, first one I want to talk about is a bootleg of my favorite band, Celtic Frost, and this is Spawn of Pazuzu, the early years. Now, what this contains is the rehearsal tracks of Celtic Frost, and it is a double LP. Sounds pretty good, actually, for a bootleg, and the vinyl itself is very nice. It's like this light blue vinyl. Musically, this is, if you know Celtic Frost and Hellhammer, you know this material. It's just really early Celtic Frost rehearsals. It's unbelievable how tight they are. It really is. Especially back in the day when you didn't have bands playing the metronomes and stuff like that. This, which I'm sure there was a lot of them in the studio, but nobody was rehearsing with a metronome, really. So, Celtic Frost, Spawn of Pazuzu, just a really tight rehearsal compilation. Can't recommend it enough. 2 LP set. A little pricey, but worth it. Then we got an Altair release. This is some raw black metal. If you are a fan of like Black Celice, Orlock, if you're a fan of Candelabram's a little too ambient. If you like Voyager Milestein, this might be for you as well. This is Burning Apparition of the Master with the compilation Death Invoking Anti-Music, Demos 1 and 2. Now, this is just obscenely raw. It's so raw that it almost becomes psychedelic at points. It's very bizarre. And it's super interesting to listen to. It's raw black metal, but it's just so viscerally raw and dissonant sounding that if you just start to get lost in it, it feels like a psychedelic record almost. It's so bizarre. I've never heard anything quite like this in raw black metal, and I don't really know how to describe it. It's just really interesting stuff. I will have links to everything down below, as per usual, if you want to check out Burning Apparition of the Master. This is just on black vinyl, released by Altair Productions. This is a Perverse Homage band. So for those of you that are interested in Perverse Homage, you already know about this. If not, then Perverse Homage Circle is extremely solid, great label. Although I remember back in the day, I heard some stuff about them canceling orders from people they thought were unworthy, which I think is hilarious. That could have been just a rumor. I don't know. It comes with that insert and this really nice double-sided poster. Definitely recommend this to anybody who's a fan of just the rawest black metal possible. If that sounds like something you'd be into, definitely give this a listen. Highly recommend it. Next up, we have some more black metal. This time it's in vein of Polish black metal. And that's something I don't really talk about on this channel, is the Polish scene. And there's a couple reasons for that. One, I only really listen to Celtic Fullmoon and Graveland, and I guess you could consider Copernicus or Capricornus, however you say it, part of the same Polish scene. But I don't own a lot of it. I own a good amount of Graveland, but that's about it. But this record, holy shit. These couple records I'm showing, you need. Diabolical Fullmoon. This is The Pagan Wolves Will Rise Again, released by Signal Rex. Now, this is so convincingly 90s. If somebody was to tell me that this was like an old Graveland like recording, or an old Velez recording, or an old Full Moon recording, I would 10 out of 10 believe it. The keyboards are so convincing. Everything about this is just convincingly 90s, down to the aesthetic. It's perfect. This is a borderline perfect black metal record. It's dense in atmosphere from the keyboards. It doesn't just dive into blasturbation territory, and that's all it does. There's a lot of rhythmic playing on the drums, which is very Graveland-esque. The keyboards are very Graveland-esque. A lot of the riffs sound like Velez. In fact, there's a Velez cover on this of the song Dawn of the New Empire. And honestly, it sounds, if you didn't know it was a cover, you'd think it's just part of the record. It's that good. This comes with a few things. Well, one thing, and the vinyl is uncolored. So you get a poster. For those of you that browse r/is it sketch, the answer is yes, but you're also a pussy if you browse that, so there's that. And this is on red and black marble vinyl. Really good stuff. But yeah, I can't recommend this album enough. But Diabolical Fullmoon doesn't just leave you hanging with one great record. They come back with a 7-inch. This is The Depths of the Slavic Land. This was released in 2022 or 2021. I can't remember. Released by Medieval Prophecy. Really good, two great songs, honestly. It just continues down the same path that they were on The Pagan Wolves Shall Rise Again. I'm starting to enjoy 7 inches a little bit more. I didn't really spin them for a long time because they're kind of annoying. By final. Yeah, it's just annoying to play one song, get up, flip the record, play another, and then it's done. But I'll do it for certain EPs, and this one is definitely worth it. I got it from NW1. I recommend you guys pick it up before it sells out. This is some really good Polish black metal. And then my favorite one from Diabolical Fullmoon. This one's called Resurrection of the Ancient Faith, Unholy Reborn Polish Black Metal Art. What a mouthful. But yes, the title track to this. The first time I heard it, I was absolutely floored. It was the highlight of all the records I picked up. I got like 27 of them, and that song was the highlight. Holy shit, the keyboards on it, the dense atmosphere. It's just absolutely fucking brilliant. Brilliant stuff. If you're going to only check out one thing from this video, I'm going to say this band is the thing you should check out. So, we got a lyric sheet. And it is on white vinyl. Moving on, this is going to appeal to some of you. Some of you it won't, because apparently a lot of you really aren't giving much of a shit about the war metal stuff I've been talking about, or Bastille black metal stuff. And I don't really give much of a Frenchman's fuck, because I don't buy records for you guys. Got it? So, we have Reaping Majesty by Death Worship. This is the test press. Had to get it. I have another Death Worship test press, so I had to get it. And then we got the Reaping Majesty retail version. Now we'll dive into this. Those of you that don't know Death Worship is Ryan Forster from Conqueror and Blasphemy, and Domini Inferior, and I think one other project, Domini Inferium, something like that. This is his project, along with Jay Reed from Revenge and Black Winds from Blasphemy, but this recording does not feature Jay Reed nor Black Winds. This features members of Bloody Vengeance, because they are part of the live lineup of Death Worship, and the whole idea of this EP is to demonstrate the live power of Death Worship with this new lineup. And demonstration successful. This is one of the most violent fucking records I've heard in a long time. There's a bunch of old Death Worship songs and 2 new ones. It's just strictly meant to show how insane this lineup is, and my God, is it ridiculous. So first of all, something that's really cool, inside's printed. Nuclear War Now's attention to detail is just fucking crazy. Got the hype sticker. Have a promo flyer that I've had for a while that I threw in with the jacket. Get a poster for Never Surrender Fest 3, which Death Worship played. You get this little lyric insert, and I gotta say, some of the best lyrics I've ever read in this bestial black metal genre. Just vicious lyrics. And Ross Bay Cult Eternal. The vinyl itself, very cool, limited to 100 for the first 100 orders. I don't know how I managed to get one, but this is on like a white marble, or gray marble, or silver. I can't fucking tell, I don't know. You get the idea. But yeah, Ross Bay Cult Eternal, motherfucker. This is some good bestial black metal. I cannot recommend this Face Ripper enough. If you're a fan of Death Worship, you need this. If you're a fan of Conqueror and you don't know about this for whatever godforsaken reason, you've been living under a rock, get into it. Definitely get into it, because this is just some stellar stuff. This is the way this shit should be. Just violent, nasty, straight to the point. If I can get this back in this goddamn sleeve. There we go. Moving along, continuing down the same path. Actually, continuing down the same path. These are quick to show, because I've showed these records before, but these are the test pressings. So we have Conqueror, Antichrist Superiority, Demo, Test Press. Then we have Nuclear Cult Supremacy, the live album, Test Press. And moving along, this is going to be the last record I'm going to talk about. This goes along with the Death Worship record because the members of this band are on that record. And that is Bloody Fucking Vengeance with Rudo de Guerrera. This is just violence. Sonic violence. If you don't know Bloody Vengeance, don't blame you. I didn't really know them either. They are a bestial black metal band from Germany. And they play just a face-ripping, disgusting, violent style of war metal. It's very much in vein of Death Worship. It's very much in vein of, what would be another good example? There's a bit of Revenge thrown in there. It's not as primitive as Black Witchery. The musicianship is much more, like, tight. Like, the blasting is, like, very precise blasting. It's one of those records where you listen to it and you go, okay, these guys are actual musicians and not just playing chaos for the sake of playing chaos. So it's a slipcover with this album cover underneath it, which is really fucking cool. Here's the back cover. All the lettering is done by Ryan Forster, of course, of Death Worship, Blasphemy, Conqueror, etc. Once again, hype sticker, little flyer that I had. Lyric sheet, once again, great lyrics, especially considering English is not their first language. Really, really good stuff. And this is just on black vinyl. I was hoping to get the Desert Storm, but oh well, I don't really care. I'm just happy to have this album. Links to all this shit will be down below where you can check it out. And this is one that I have to really stress you need to hear, because this is some really good shit. But get this before it sells out. Buy now, cry later. Or cry later, I should say. You will regret missing this. I promise you. But let me get this back in the sleeve. There we go. And the last record is Bloody Vengeance, Rudo de Guerrera, Test Press. And that is going to do it for this video. Holy hell, that was a good amount of stuff, and I got plenty more to talk about. So, I got a bunch more records to show, and then I also have some stuff from Adirondack Black Mass I'm doing a video on. So, stick around for that. Stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoy. If not, too bad. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.